The PWHL's first expansion draft is in the books, and at least on paper, Seattle and Vancouver look like they're going to be strong contenders for the Walter Cup in their very first season in the league. But that has some fans across the league saying they feel like the expansion rules were too generous to the two new franchises and detrimental to the original 6 teams. So let's dig a bit deeper into that. The first thing that's important to note is that all the teams in the PWHL are owned by the same entity. So there's an interest in having everybody be competitive and successful because that lifts up the league as a whole. And one of the goals of this process was to maintain parity across the league. And to do that, you need expansion teams that can compete right off the bat. But there's one major difference to the way the PWHL designed this expansion process and expansion rules we've seen in the NHL in recent history. And that's that there was no mechanism to protect young talent on existing PWHL teams. So if we look at last year's 2024 PWHL draft class, 5 out of 6 of the first round picks are now headed to either Seattle or Vancouver. That's a lot of young, cost-controlled talent heading out the door. It means that some teams, like Boston and New York, for example, have big glaring holes in their lineup. Other teams like Toronto and Minnesota were able to weather the storm a bit better. But all of the existing teams will be looking to plug holes when free agency opens and at the entry draft on June 24th.